this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder magazine. We're here at AWSI. I'm here with Gary Siskar, Ride Engine, Impact Vest, safety, keep your noggin safe.
Yeah, Alexis, I think we all know the protection side of our water sports is getting more and more and more. We saw it this past year, you know, surfing on the North Shore, like all the kids are starting to wear helmets. And then in our sports, like with winging starting, you know, picking up a ton of steam, and hydrofoiling getting more and more steam, the protection side of water sports is gaining steam too. So we're really focused and conscious of that, so we're starting to make a lot more protective layers to keep everyone safe out there, keep them riding longer, and really to inspire confidence. You know, when you start wearing an impact vest or a helmet, you know, you can start pushing your limits a little more because you do feel a little bit safer, right? So we're dedicated to that to make the rider progression a lot better also. So let me show you what we have, because we did this last year expand quite a bit. Ride Engine had 1 impact vest in the past, and now we've fanned out to actually having 4 impact vests. So I'll briefly run you guys through those. So the first one I want to start with is the original Ride Engine Impact Vest. So this is the Impact Vest designed for water sports. Everyone kind of asks, like, what exactly is an impact vest? It's exactly what I just said. It's for impact. The secondary fact of an impact vest is, since we use foam padding, is the buoyancy or the flotation, because that can inspire confidence also. But the first and foremost is impact, and what people don't realize is impact with the water can hurt just as much as if you impact with land, especially if you're going fast, coming off a big air jump. So it does help overall. And then, like I said, secondary for the buoyancy. So we have the Impax Vest. This is what I would call a heavier duty impact on the impact side, kind of a medium float when we're talking about the buoyancy side. And it is revolving a lot around kiteboarding and windsurfing, this vest. So you can tell all the panels of the impact protection is up very high, and when we get on the lower side, it's really designed to interact with a harness seamlessly. So your harness will fit over this area, spreader bar, your hook will integrate nicely with the padding, and you get this nice hold down of the impact vest overall, almost like a second skin. It doesn't feel like you're wearing it whatsoever. So that's the Impax. The second one that we have is called the Defender HF. So this is an impact vest that's specific to hydrofoiling, and we made it cross sport for all hydrofoiling categories, whether you're kite foiling, wing surfing, prone surfing, sup surfing, and a lot of design ingenuity went into that fact and the way that we have placed the padding and so forth. So it's efficient for when you're paddling. So we didn't put a lot of padding really low in the torso. So if you're prone paddling, you don't feel like you have something in your torso poking on you all the time. We kept the padding nice and light underneath still for integration with a harness if you're kite surfing in this or hydrofoiling in it. The big key that we have in here is in key strike areas, we call them. We have PE board behind the foam. So just having foam, we didn't feel like was enough, so we put PE board in the back, which is a hard material. So say you take a foil strike, a mast strike, a fuselage strike, the point of your board, you have an extra layer of protection. We carried that all the way through the shoulders, so we know, like, sometimes you have to carry, especially prone foiling, your foil on your shoulder.
It doesn't dig in.
So it doesn't dig in whatsoever, so nicely thought out that way. Flotation wise, it's not a big flotation vest. We'd call this a lighter flotation. It's really there for the protection, but it does provide some float, so it gives you a little bit of confidence and, you know, inspiring when you're out there. Say you're learning how to wing surf and so forth, or learning how to hydrofoil, you have a little bit of float to kind of keep you up on the water and sort yourself out. So that is called the Defender HF. Our next vest in the line is called the Pali. This is our women's specific vest, highly inspired after our Impax Vest, with a few features in it that are specific for women. Number one is the fit, obviously. So we have a women's silhouette in the Pali Impact Vest, so it fits the women's curves a lot better than a men's vest will. The other thing that we did too is we talked to a lot of gals who use impact vests out there, and they really complain about having flotation or padding really low on the vest because their harness raises up and they get like more of a pressure point in there. So the way that we angled the very bottom panels of the flotation or the impact is in a V shape, so it gives extra space for that spreader bar to move around and be comfortable. Easily integrated with a harness. It has a forward scallop cut, so you can see it's longer in the back, shorter in the front, so it stays nice and down. What is really cool about this vest, it's also reversible, so you can wear it in just this kind of understated black with a little highlight,
A little bit more bling.
or you can reverse it out into this really cool palm print overall. And in all our vests, we use a heavy-duty YKK marine grade zipper, 4-way stretch neoprene. So you want an impact vest to fit really tight. Like, you almost want it hard to zip up when you're trying it on dry land, because they'll stretch out when they're in the water. But we have a nice 4-way stretch, so it's really, you can get that zipper engaged, zip it up, feel nice and comfortable, and then it'll stay down while you're riding. So that is our impact vest line. Key component of protection. I see more and more that that's the uniform for kiteboarders out there, and especially wing surfers. It seems like the impact vest is a key component, and the next thing is helmets. Helmets are growing fast in terms of water sports activities. We talked about the surf aspect, which is a certain design of helmet, but for hydrofoiling and for wing surfing, it's a big component, because now you not only have the board, but you also have this crazy hydrofoil underneath you, and it's inevitable that you will take a spill, and you're going to be possibly battling that board or foil. So having some head protection is nice. So we released one really thought out helmet for this year called the Universe helmet. It's a hard shell helmet. We have 3 sizes in this for small, medium, and large. It has a dial
you'll feel that resistance.
Adjustment point in the back, so you can get a nice tight fit overall. What's really key about this, it's a water sports specific helmet. Instead of using any foam on the inside, we use a heat molded EVA. What's beautiful about this is it doesn't absorb any water. So 2 benefits you get. 1, you absorb water, the helmet gets heavier. 2, when it absorbs water, say you crash and you come up out of the water, it'll keep draining in your face. So this will drain, shed water really quick, stay nice and light on your head. You'll basically forget that you have it on. So the Universe hard shell helmet comes in 2 colors. We have black, and then we have a high visibility green. Sometimes people like to be seen. You're riding in a place where you can kind of get lost out there in the water, and
Maybe a barge comes near you.
you want that barge guy to see that bright helmet.
Yeah.
The next one that we're releasing is what we call a soft surf cap, or it's called the Barrier soft helmet. And this is really cool. I've seen there's a guy who's been riding up here in the gorge for quite some time, this dude Felix. Amazing hydrofoil eraser guy. He's always wearing a rugby helmet, and I've always been like, man, that's a really cool idea. Then one of my favorite surfers of all time, Tom Carroll, who started hydrofoiling a ton, he was wearing a rugby helmet, and then he started wearing a designed helmet for water sports. And I'm like, there's something to be said for that. So we ended up embarking on a design mission to design a soft helmet that can be used in the water. So really, this is almost like an impact vest, I would call it. Like, it is there for impact protection. Is it as much as a hard shell? No way, but it's like that one extra little layer to inspire some confidence and give you one more piece of protection overall. What also is beautiful about this, it is heat molded, EVA, lycra laminated. It doesn't absorb any water, so again, it sheds water quick. You're not going to get drips in the eyes. Neoprene ear flaps. It has this really nice bill on it that keeps the sun glare out, and it basically, when you put this on, it feels like you're not wearing anything, but you have that one little bit of protection going on. And I started wearing this, and now when I don't wear it, I actually feel a little bit naked. So it's really cool overall. Yeah, so that is the Barrier soft helmet. The next thing for protection, which is critical, is water wear in general. This is protection from the sun. We spend a lot of time out in the sun. And we just released our first line of water wear under Ride Engine. The key for us on this was making it so it had the maximum sun protection. So all our pieces have what's called UPF 50. So it's the maximum that a garment can give you in terms of sun protection. And then we have 3 different models. So we have a fully hooded gaitered one. You can tell this one's been used quite a bit. But it has a neck gaiter in there for sun protection for your face. It has an oversized hood that will fit over a helmet, or just be nice and oversized to hide out from the sun when you're on the beach. One thing design-wise, what we did in this, we kept a nice full body, so it's a nice loose fit, but we did tighten up the arms. And everyone's like, well, why'd you guys tighten up the arms? Well, we tightened up the arms, and then we put a thumb hole in here, because this is designed to be used as a riding shirt. And when you crash, if you you have a really loose long sleeve, they tend to blow up, they bunch up around your elbows.
And you get water in them, and then suddenly you're like flailing.
You're getting bogged down. So thumb hole with a nice fitted sleeve makes them great to go surf in, wing surf in, kiteboard in, and it's a very functional piece. The other two that we have is we have a long sleeve Quickdry. Again, this is a UPF 50, and it's just a nice fit long sleeve Quickdry overall. And then we have a standard Rashguard, so a tight fit Rashguard into UPF 50. If you like the tighter fit for that sun protection, maybe wear it underneath your wetsuit, because you want an extra layer underneath your wetsuit, and this won't bunch up under the wetsuit and be a second layer. That fits really nice. All of them have the elastic board short connections, so that keeps the the Rashguard down so it doesn't blow up and you get like a halter top. So it's pretty nice. And that's it for the sun protection side.
Now, for all the specific sizing, all that stuff, where can they go?
Absolutely. As always, rideengine.com is the place to go check all the latest and greatest stuff out, or your local retailer.
Thanks so much, Gary.
All right, Alexis, thanks.